What's up, everybody? Coming to you from the ButtonSmash lab, and today we are going to go over how to sync ButtonSmash with your iPad and Logic Pro. In order to do that, what we're going to need to do first is we're going to open up a Finder window. We're going to go to Applications. Now, in Applications, if you scroll down to the bottom, there's a folder called Utilities. And in the Utilities folder, we are going to go to the Audio MIDI Setup. So once that's open, you can go ahead and go to Window and go to Show iOS Device Browser. If your iPad is hooked up to your computer, which it should be at this point, enable that iPad. You can see that it initialized our core engine, and we're done with the audio MIDI setup. Now we're going to go over here to Logic Pro. Let's open up a new session. And we are going to open up external MIDI. We're set to 1 right now, which is perfect. Go ahead and make sure this ascending box is clicked. Under here for number of tracks, create 16 because there's 16 MIDI channels. And let's go ahead and create that. And what that ascending box did for us was it allowed all of our MIDI channels to go consecutively. If we toggle this open to see our information, we can see we're on channel 1 and we're going to MIDI channel 1. If we just scroll down these really quick, you can see that everything has gone to the next consecutive MIDI channel. So we have 16 all mapped to our 16 MIDI channels. Now we need to remember that these MIDI channels are going to transmit MIDI information and not audio information. So in order to do that, we need to make sure that we're getting audio into the computer. So let's go ahead and go up to Preferences. And we will go to General, just to open up the window. Let's go through some of these preferences. So under Audio, my output device is the UAD Apollo, and my input device is the iPad. So we're good here. Go ahead and close this, and we're going to go over here to Project Settings. Okay, go ahead and just open up General so it opens up. Now, under Synchronization, the first thing that we're going to need to do is go to our MIDI information and click on Destination 1, and once it's connected, you should see Teensy MIDI, a little redundant. Then click the Transmit MIDI Timecode box as well. So now if we go over here to Recording, you'll see one more box that we need to check, which is Auto Demix by Channel if multi-track recording. Let's go ahead and create our audio track. All right, for our audio track, we're going to want to select input 1 and 2 for a stereo input. Go ahead and create it. And go ahead and arm all of these tracks right here. So Logic is set up now. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to come over here to our iPad and we are going to launch Korg Gadget. Now, again, remember that you can use ButtonSmash with any MIDI instrument. So the first thing that we're going to do is click the top left box over here and click New. Now, I've already created a new session. It's called ButtonSmash iPad Sync Demo. So if I would have just typed that in there, clicked OK, then we get our session pops up. And down here at the bottom, you will see the plus icon for us to add a track. So the first thing we're going to do is add some drums. Tap on the London drum module. It pops up and it allows us to first hear the instruments, see what we're dealing with, but also change some of the MIDI channels. Over here on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, you will see 4 buttons: Solo, Mute, All, IFX. So we want to touch the All button, and under this, it allows us to change our MIDI input for this particular instrument, which we're going to click on All Ins, and we're going to have it controlled by the IDAM MIDI host. And under our channels, we want it to come from channel 1. So now if we go to our ButtonSmash, we're on MIDI channel 1. We're controlling our drums. Perfect. All right, now let's go back to our iPad and let's create a few tracks. So going back a screen, for this we will go ahead and create Chicago 2 bass machine. Let's see. Let's just get a... Alright, that'll work. Back. Oh, first we need to, again, bottom right hand side of our screen, all ins, IDM MIDI host. This is going to be coming from channel 2 this time because the drums are on channel 1. Close that, we'll go back. Let's create another track. I like the Sabina arcade synth. Again, IDM MIDI host. This will be channel 3 this time. Some marimba. And go back. Let's create another track. Let's go with the Phoenix analog synthesizer. Go with some classic brass. And we want to go to channel 4 with that. Channel 3, channel 2, channel 1. Okay, so we set up 4 tracks. Remember that you can set up to 16 MIDI channels and control them all with ButtonSmash, but let's go ahead and press record on Logic and see what this thing can do. Grab the ButtonSmash, go to channel 1. Make sure we're in the octave of sounds that actually has content, in this case the drums. Here we go. Press our loop. If you don't hear anything, we can use the shift and press whatever key we'd like to be the metronome, in this case the hi-hat. Now we'll start a loop. Use quantize. press stop on Logic, and we can see how all of the MIDI channels come in on the respective tracks. Alright, so thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to follow us below, as well as on Instagram, and be on the lookout for when ButtonSmash goes live on Kickstarter.